Welcome back to Take the Leap Management, the podcast where we explore leadership theories, management principles, and strategies that shape how organizations function and how leaders drive results. Today, we're diving into Transactional Leadership Theory, a model that focuses on structured leadership, where clear rewards and punishments are used to drive performance, often relying on supervision and compliance. Unlike transformational leadership, which is about vision and inspiration, transactional leadership is about structure, order, and efficiency. It's about ensuring that employees meet expectations, follow rules, and deliver results through a well-defined system of incentives and consequences. Transactional leadership theory is one of the most traditional forms of leadership and is widely used in environments where consistency, discipline, and predictability are crucial. Whether in military settings, corporate structures, large bureaucracies, or industries with strict regulatory requirements, transactional leadership ensures that tasks are completed according to established standards. Leaders who use this style focus on clarity, order, and well-defined responsibilities, ensuring that employees understand exactly what is expected of them and what the rewards or consequences will be if they meet or fail to meet those expectations. This leadership theory gained prominence through the work of Max Weber in the early 20th century, later expanded upon by James MacGregor Burns in the 1970s. Weber categorized leadership into three types: traditional, charismatic, and rational legal. Transactional leadership falls under the rational legal category, meaning it is based on rules, policies, and clear hierarchical structures rather than personality traits or emotional influence. Burns further refined the concept by distinguishing transactional leadership from transformational leadership, noting that transactional leaders maintain order and ensure compliance, while transformational leaders inspire and innovate. At its core, transactional leadership operates on a clear system of rewards and punishments. Employees who meet or exceed expectations are rewarded with incentives such as bonuses, promotions, or public recognition, while those who fail to meet standards face corrective action, performance warnings, or disciplinary measures. This structured approach minimizes ambiguity and ensures that employees understand exactly what is required of them. In environments where precision, efficiency, and adherence to strict protocols are necessary, transactional leadership can be highly effective. One of the key characteristics of transactional leadership is its emphasis on supervision and monitoring. Unlike transformational leaders who focus on empowerment and autonomy, transactional leaders closely oversee their teams, track performance metrics, and ensure that employees stay on course. This level of supervision is particularly useful in industries such as finance, manufacturing, healthcare, law enforcement, and the military, where even minor errors can have significant consequences. For example, in the aviation industry, pilots, air traffic controllers, and maintenance crews must follow strict protocols and checklists to ensure passenger safety. A transactional leadership approach ensures that rules are consistently followed, errors are minimized, and accountability is enforced. Similarly, in healthcare, where hospitals rely on strict compliance with medical procedures, transactional leadership ensures that doctors, nurses, and medical staff adhere to established protocols to maintain patient safety and regulatory compliance. Another defining feature of transactional leadership is its reliance on formalized policies and structured workflows. Leaders set specific, measurable goals, ensuring that employees have clear performance benchmarks to meet. Performance evaluations, standardized procedures, and productivity targets are all central to transactional leadership, making it highly effective in organizations that prioritize efficiency, order, and predictability. In project management, transactional leadership plays a key role in ensuring that projects are delivered on time, within budget, and according to predefined requirements. Project managers using this style emphasize strict deadlines, clear task assignments, and accountability measures. They focus on minimizing risk, enforcing compliance, and ensuring that team members follow standard operating procedures. While this structured approach is not always conducive to creativity or innovation, it is highly effective for projects with fixed deliverables, regulatory constraints, or high stakes. Portfolio managers also benefit from transactional leadership when overseeing large-scale projects that require strict governance, compliance, and risk management. In industries such as banking, pharmaceuticals, and construction, where regulatory adherence is non-negotiable, transactional leadership ensures that all projects align with legal requirements, safety protocols, and corporate policies. By maintaining tight control over processes and deliverables, transactional leaders help organizations mitigate risk, prevent errors, and maintain operational stability. One of the major advantages of transactional leadership is its efficiency in maintaining order and consistency. Unlike more flexible leadership styles that require constant adaptation, transactional leadership provides a clear, structured system where employees know what to expect. This reduces confusion, enhances productivity, and ensures that workflows remain stable and predictable. Another key benefit of transactional leadership is its ability to scale across large organizations. Companies with thousands of employees need a structured approach to leadership that ensures everyone follows the same policies and procedures. Without a clear framework, chaos can ensue, leading to inefficiencies, inconsistent results, and potential compliance violations. Transactional leadership ensures that even in massive organizations, leadership remains standardized, predictable, and enforceable. Right? However, while transactional leadership has its strengths, it also has limitations and criticisms. One of the biggest downsides is its lack of flexibility, because transactional leadership relies heavily on predefined rules, systems, and processes. It can stifle creativity, innovation, and independent thinking. Employees in transactional environments may feel less empowered to suggest new ideas or challenge existing methods, leading to a culture of rigidity rather than adaptability. Another criticism is that transactional leadership places too much emphasis on extrinsic motivation rather than intrinsic motivation. While rewards and punishments can be effective in driving short-term performance, they do not necessarily create a sense of passion, purpose, or long-term commitment. Employees who are only motivated by external incentives may eventually lose engagement if they do not feel personally connected to their work. In contrast, transformational leadership, which focuses on vision, inspiration, and employee development, tends to create more deeply engaged and motivated teams over the long run. Transactional leadership also runs the risk of over-relying on supervision and micromanagement. While oversight is essential in certain industries, excessive monitoring can lead to a lack of trust and employee dissatisfaction. Employees who feel constantly scrutinized may become disengaged, less willing to take initiative, and more focused on avoiding mistakes than on achieving excellence. This is particularly problematic in roles that require creativity, critical thinking, and strategic decision-making, where excessive control can hinder innovation and problem-solving. Despite these challenges, transactional leadership remains an essential approach in environments that require precision, consistency, and strict adherence to standards. Organizations can balance transactional leadership with more flexible, employee-centered approaches to create a well-rounded leadership culture. For example, a company may use transactional leadership for compliance-heavy departments while incorporating transformational leadership principles for innovation-driven teams. In the end, transactional leadership is about structure, accountability, and delivering results within a well-defined system. While it may not be the best approach for driving innovation or long-term employee engagement, it is highly effective for maintaining stability, efficiency, and operational control. Leaders who understand when and how to use transactional leadership alongside other leadership styles can create a balanced, effective leadership approach that meets the diverse needs of their teams and organizations. Thank you for joining me on Take the Leap Management. If you found today's discussion insightful, subscribe and share it with your colleagues. Leadership is not about choosing one style over another. It's about knowing when to lead with structure and when to lead with vision. Let's take the leap together.